Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Quiver Podcast. And today we'll be recapping our World University Basketball Series 25 campaign, or the Woobs. Thanks for listening. I'm Kiko, joined today by Brian. Say hello.
Hello.
Vic. Say hello.
Hel- Say hello.
And since the tournament was held in Japan, we brought in our Japanese cultural expert, Mr. Willie, is here today.
Kimochi.
We will not say which aspect of the culture siya expert. You can contact him
Pero basta
privately.
culture. Basta yung culture, alam niya.
Culture.
Basta yung culture. Bahala na kayo mag-isip kung anong culture.
Pero seriously, ano yun, greeting at shoutout dyan sa lahat ng mga nag-place sa Woobs, no?
Mga may ranking, no? Yung mga may ranking.
Sa lahat ng may totoong
Mga may
ranking, kamusta kayo dyan?
Mga
Maganda yung gabi niyo.
Kaway yung mga may ranking.
Yeah, if you look towards if you look at the official, Woobs, so Woobs website or Woobs broadcast, guys, you'd see they actually showed the teams and ranking. It was, of course, we finished second to Korea University, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But they didn't have any ranking for the 7 and 8 slots. It was just 1 to 6. 7, 8. Hindi ko alam, di natin naloy na lang yan eh. 7 and 8 place. But 1 to
Baka
6.
malas yun. Baka malas sa Japanese culture yun.
Baka.
7 and 8, 7 and 8, mahala sa kanila.
Yeah. So I can find it on the screen right now. Let me see if I can put it up for you guys. For those watching on our YouTube channel. It's it's really an interesting thing. Let me just put it up for you guys.
Ayos na yung tournament na tayo, no?
This.
7 and 8 eh.
Wait, let me just put it up. There we go. Okay, look at this. So, of course, because it's Korea University.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Amazing.
De La Salle University number 2. Nippon Sports Science University number 3. That's Japan University selecting number 4. The Taiwanese University, NCCU. And 5th, 6th, University of Sydney.
And
And that's
nothing
the ranking ends. Dapat tuloy na lang nila eh. No placers.
Ayaw nga, baka wala ng budget.
Nag-3-point shootout na lang. Nag-3-point shootout na lang sila. Kaya walang 7.
Dapat yung
Guys,
ginawa nila, kung yung Hong Kong nag 7th place, hanggang dun lang. Pinutong nila.
I think it's who played the consolation games, right? But I guess if you didn't play on the third day, you went to just Tokyo Disneyland ka na lang, or you went on tour somewhere.
Disney.
You don't get to go on the
Si Willie, maraming recommendations. Tanong lang
Si Willie, madami nakatoke si Willie.
Slide into my DMs lang.
leave the kids behind sa ano. But yes. Okay, guys, let's talk about those first two games before losing that final Korea University. We played first NCCU from Taiwan. Then we played the Japanese University Select team. So everything is high and nice. At least we made it to the finals, so that's good. So let's talk about how we got there. Vic, NCU, Japanese Select team, impressive performance by the team. What could you say about those first two games?
We were able to execute offensively sa first two games. Obvious naman siya. What we wanted to do, what we wanted to try out, no? Offensively, it's working. And also, din siya, defensively, I think, except for the NCCU game, no, na we were tested on that one, na NCCU made it an interesting game, a close one, until we mustered enough to pull it out in the end, which is also a good experience for us, no. Syempre, I mean, palagi natin pinag-uusapan to. It's always nice to experience different scenarios when you go into these pre-season tournaments. Like, You especially in the end, kailangan you get to win, but it's also nice na you get to experience a close game, come from behind, you lead most of the way, and then ano ka, hahabulin ka towards the end, or all the way na lamang ka. It's nice to have those ano rin different experiences, and I think yun yung we were able to achieve those ano ba the scenarios dun sa first two games natin.
Yeah. Speaking of coming from behind in Japan, Willie is an expert on that. What can you say
Yes.
about that block Mike Phillips had in that first game that chased down block? He really earned that nickname Motor Mike for the crucial block. We were down up 3. They could have cut it down, the lead down, but Motor Mike chases down to save the game for us. What can you say about that effort from Motor Mike?
Basta alam nyo naman, mahilig ako sa come from behind, pero hindi ako mahilig sa cock block. So,
Willie sa motor. Motor.
Motor Mike.
Sa mga motor, Willie.
Sa mga motor. Oo.
Pwede
Oo
rin,
na lang,
diba?
oo na lang.
Pwede rin, diba?
Baka biglang hugutan ako ng internet.
Yamaha
dito
yan,
ng isa.
Yamaha. Yamaha.
Pero of course, yun,
Yeah,
Mike,
go ahead, Willie.
Mike pa rin talaga, you can, what I really like about Mike is, where he's really, yung last line of defense na rin talaga natin. And he performs talaga at those crucial moments. So, props to him. I think we're really relying more on him to really come up with those plays, no? As, not just offensively, but also defensively. And alam naman natin na si Mike is really the heart, or one of the hearts of the team, pero really showing how to win it across anything. He'll give anything it takes to really try to get the win, and it's nice to see him perform on both ends. Lalo na yung huge defensive play na yun.
Next kay Brian. Sige. Sorry guys.
Okay.
Namatay yung headphones ko. Right.
Kasalanan ni Ethan Rubico yan.
Oo nga. 1, 2, 3. Okay, how about you, Brian? What impressed you most about those first two, the quarterfinal, semifinal win in the Woobs?
Maganda yung outside shooting ng first two games. I think that really helped us get to build those leads that we were able to keep. One was medyo alanganin and the other one is well preserved, we must say. So I think those two games show the potential of this lineup. And also maganda yung pag-activate natin sa roster. We seem to have known who's the best pick of the bunch. Kasi sa Wolves, to contextualize it to those people unaware pa din at this point. You have a 17-man roster, but you can only use 12 per game. So, yun, we picked the 12 in the first two games quite well. Everyone delivered in those games. Kita yung rotations were working as they were intended to. I think there were some standout performances then that we can touch on a bit more later. Those players like Sinavoris, Sina, EJ, they had their moments. So that's nice to see. Yun isa sa big positives that I can pick up from the first two games.
Of course, yung free throws, still the same story for us. Those first two games.
Wala na tayong magagawa dyan.
Of course. So we know it's not the rings in the Philippines or the time zone. That's what we can say. And we talk about this Vic Fryer. We kind of like that rule. It's a 16-man lineup, but you can only name 12 to the roster in the bench on the day. Is this something you see in the UAP? Implemented.
Yeah. Okay siya. Actually, I think it is similar dito sa isang pre-season league that we're joining in sa women's basketball. So, I think it's nice to have that rule. Okay siya sa akin. Kasi, at least you get to really, kasi hindi mo naman talaga nalalaro din lahat. Sobrang bihira. Not unless you'd really dominate your opponent. So, I think okay lang na mag-play ka ng 16. Pero kung hindi naman, I think it's nice na mag-name ka na lang ng who will you drop for this game. And I think yung dun sa, kasi since you're only playing 12 players, pwede natin i-add dyan na yung mga, kung sino yung mga hindi na lalaro, baka pwede natin i-pattern with the former COVID rule, 'di ba? Parang may COVID reserves as we call it, na pag hindi ka, I think pag lumagpas ka ng 3 games, I think
Yep.
dun lang siya maka-count against your eligibility.
Eligibility.
Pagka hindi naman otherwise, and then edi ano ka, bawas ka sa ano mo, eligibility.
Yeah, that's a good rule, and I think it'll bring us closer to FIBA rules. So having 12 in a lineup, right? 16 is too much. I think it's a bit too crowded. If you're 12 or 16, I should try to get tickets like the rest of us. Pumila kayo. Or sa online or sa in person. Kumuha kayo ng ticket. It's just a free patron seat for those 4 slots. Okay, guys, let's go to the finals now. So, that's all I think that's going to be the big talking point. Willie,
Meron pala finals?
apparently they played the finals earlier. You know,
Ano ka
unlike,
champion na tayo kahapon?
Hindi. Meron pa din. At least may laro kanina, di ba?
at least nalaro.
At least sinulit yung visa natin.
Alam mo yun, baka yung mga ibang schools at least wanted to go sightseeing. Maganda sa Japan, guys, as Willie would tell us. Di ba? Maganda sa Japan. And there's lots to see. Diba? We want an extra day.
May Disneyland qualifiers daw ata kasi.
Yeah, you take that extra day off. We want to go sightseeing. Ay na maglaro sa finals, di ba? So we'll make most of this trip. Willie, it was a rough start to that game earlier. When you started, we were talking about earlier how we started off well. We were in rhythm for those first 2 games, the quarterfinals and the semis. Not the same thing in Korea. They gave us a hard time. Their shots were falling, ours weren't. We weren't settled on defense. We couldn't handle their. What do you think went wrong in that first part of the game for the Archers?
Ano ba ako? As the official media representative to the social media comments and group chat audience. Parang nung nakita ko pa lang yung mga unang comments ng mga tao, sabi ko, shit, here we go again. So parang napaisip ako, ano ba to? Factor ba to? Kasi this is like the 3rd straight game of the 3rd straight day? Ipagod na ba yung mga boys? Or is it like, ano yun, yung tipong, yung law of averages catching up on us na
Yeah.
parang, dalawang magandang laro. Ano yun, bigla na lang, ito. And it's also kind of like, ano yun, medyo concerning din for me, I think, na it's like we are losing the games that matter. Na, well, I wasn't able to watch the game, so talagang, yung totoo yan, I was just really relying on yung feedback from other people, pero really pag nakita ko si Vic na medyo seryoso na mag-comment ng analysis, sabi ko, nako, mukhang bad quarter talaga to for him to start. Lumalabas yung pagka-coach niya.
Brian, how about for you? What went wrong during that first sequence where they built an early double-digit lead with a hard time score getting on the board earlier?
It just looked like we're not in sync on both ends of the floor. And you cannot afford that kind of display against a competent team like Korea. Ganun eh. As in, you got off to a bad start. And when they hit their shots from deep, and you can't even buy a basket, you end up turning the ball over. Or if nakakuha ka ng close to the basket, they're well contested. It's really just a display of that's a display that we're not used to seeing in LaSalle, but it happens, as we can tell. We have some games that we look like that. Finals game 1, season 86 is an example of that. So it can happen. It's good to happen now than in the UAP, although I must say it still happened then. Siguro yun, we allowed our opponents to play to their strengths while we weren't able to make the most of our minimal opportunities. And I was thinking then I was trying to recall the games where Mike Phillips produced heavily in the points column. UE second round, we won that game. FEU second round, I think he also played well in that. We won that game, but those were parang nail biters to a point. But this is a superior opposition compared to FEU and UE. So kahit nasayang yung 30 points ni Mike, but I guess that's how the game is. I think for Lasal that's a sign. Not to say that Mike isn't capable of producing these numbers, but you have to support him pa din when he produces these numbers. Kasi pag hindi, parang I think it's a viable scouting learning from the other opponents we'll face from UAP na. Okay, sige, maybe we can afford to have Mike Phillips produce 20-30 a game, pero kung walang kwenta yung Evla, maybe that's something we can live with.
Yeah, they threw Mike off his rhythm earlier. He had his way in those first two games. Here, especially off the dribble, that's something it was nice seeing those first two games. But now, off the dribble, they would double team him. They would cost turnovers and cost us points.
Yes.
Diba? So, and that really led, and those other useless turnovers really led to the turnover point differential being heavily sided in Korea's side, and that really contributed to why we weren't really in the game today. How about you, Vic? What's your diagnosis? What went wrong for the Sal in that very crucial first quarter, and when they could never seem to recover?
Ako, pinaka napansin ko kanina as binabanggit ko rin sa sa PC natin, parang sobra tayo naka-flat foot. Sobrang dali nating iwan when we do our close out. Sobrang dali nating iwan. Yun yung pinakauna ko napansin na sabi ko sa sarili ko, we're in deep trouble if we can play defense. Kasi I think being under kay Coach Cholo, parang premium sa amin to play defense kasi wala kang off night doon. Effort yan and effort, preparation and everything. So I think yan yung pinaka naging glaring sa akin sa game, na sobrang dali nating iwan sa closeouts. And even kay Mike, hindi takot yung bigs ng Korea University kay Mike.
They were going hard.
Di ba?
Oh.
They were able to they had success scoring layups yung mga bigs nila, especially yung number 10, di ba? Naka-score siya ng 1 or 2 layups kay Mike. So ako yun yung ko. So I'm
may isa
yes,
dunk sa kanya.
May dunk pa at that, correct. Na so hindi ko alam parang so why are we playing as such defensively? Hindi ko alam, maybe pagod. I don't know, maybe rin was that our ploy entering the finals? Hindi ko rin alam, hindi natin masasabi. So yun lang yung ko. Sa akin yun yung sana we could have done better in the finals match.
Yeah, it really felt like we were a step behind, especially on defense.
Yeah,
diba? It felt the ball movement of Korea was able to pick off their players for open shots in the lane. If you saw FIBA Asia, Korea went 22 for 38 in the game against Lebanon, I think. It felt that same way. I'm not sure that was 3-point percent, but it felt that same way. Earlier, the team was flat, felt off. Our guards couldn't get in their usual rhythm. I don't know whether you can recommend some nighttime activities in Tokyo that are a bit more wholesome, pero baka napagod sila the night before.
Ayun, pwede na. Tapos na Pwede na.
Enjoy kayo. Yeah, practice your free throw. And you can even reward. If you make your free throws, you can do this activity. Make 20 free throws, Willie, you can do this activity. May tiers yan They can recommend. We'll put you on the training program, Willie. Diba?
Baka itong nighttime free throws higher than 69% na sila.
Then Brian, why could you say in the second quarter we settled down a bit, we nearly brought it down to single digits, but why couldn't we just get back in the game? What did you see there?
We had that intent in the second quarter. Nababa natin yung deficit to 11 points. But then they extended it up to 27 if I remember correctly pa nga. So I think that's really us getting blitzed in more ways than one. It's an extension of our players not getting their rhythm. Siguro nasira yung diskarte nila with the gamesmanship that's been going on. And I think that's something worthy of addressing too. Nabanggit din yan ni Vic kanina sa GC natin na parang when opponents get into our heads, the players' heads, nawawala sila, natuthrow off sila to a point na committing turnovers becomes a habit. tapos yung mga layups nila hindi ganun kalinis. So it turns out easy rebounds. Wala rin tayo masyado offensive rebounds that can help us compensate for those poor looks. Kasi okay lang naman magkaroon ng attempt na hindi pumasok kung well challenge. Pero if we have good group of guys who can challenge for the rebound, create second chance opportunities, that would have helped us. Nung second quarter particularly, parang wala eh. Parang ang bilis ng offense natin after 1 or 2 tries. Parang bibigyan lang yung second tries eh. One try kung meron, tapos turnover kung wala. So I think that has been what made it really difficult for us. And then yun nga, we cannot close out on their perimeter shooting. Meron yung mga sasaksak sila for a drive but they will cut. Instead of taking it to the rack, spin move sila, then create a space for the easy mid-ranger. I think everyone showed that. And then yun nga, perimeter shooting is something we should have expected, having already perhaps seen what they can do in the first two games. Also, of course, when we watch the Wolves, we also watch how our prospective opponents play. Diba? So we've seen that in their game against Nippon Sports and UP, that they have that range and they can torch anyone given the license. So I think hindi natin na-solve no first half. Second half, I think was a bit better, but I guess the gaps.
Yeah, we brought it down to 10, but we weren't really there. I know, interesting, Brian. Korea University shot 62.5% from the free throw line. We shot 61.1% from the free throw line. So if I told you before the game, you'd actually match Korea in terms of free throws, it would be a one game, but not in this case.
Yeah,
Vic,
stress talaga tayo.
Sa tres. They shot 41.9% from three. Typical Korea performance, right? We've seen the national team level. Oh, go ahead, Billy.
You can't get everything right.
God is fair, as they say.
Lagi may isa.
There's always this one thing. Alright, let's talk about Vic before we have this first part of the show. Then Willie, who impressed you most during this 3-game stretch of the Woobs? In terms of the players, who stood out for you, Vic?
Sa akin, syempre si Mike. Siya yung I have to give props sa kanya na siya yung pinaka-consistent sa lahat na naglaro until from the first game to the finals. So, siya yung pinaka-glaring na natin na andyan siya. And I think siguro si Guliena kasi ngayon lang siya nakapaglaro ulit, no?
Phil Oil wasn't non-factor siya ng Phil Oil. Yeah, right.
Most of EJ's present, so I'm just happy to see him get back in the groove and get back into the rotation din natin. I think si Daep, I have to mention Daep for a rookie. I think gagaling pa siya, especially with his off-ball movements. Yun yung kahit nung high school, yun yung gustong-gusto ko sa kanya. He doesn't demand the ball for him to be effective. Parang ang masipag siya gumalaw off the ball to whatever he can contribute, whether it be scoring or rebounding, no? And yun, so he tried to take 3-point shots. I think marami nagtatanong ba't siya tumitira. Meron siyang license to shoot if you've seen him play in high school.
Sa juniors, kaya niya yun.
Nakaka-shoot naman siya ng tres. So I think medyo syempre baka may nerves din as a rookie, so kaya dito sa Wolves he's missing those shots, pero for me he has the license to do so. If you've seen him play in high school, meron siyang license to shoot, so kaya naman niya. Siguro nerves lang talaga as a rookie sa Wolves.
Yeah, and this is what preseason is for. It's really building that confidence, right? If they getting the use, that's why we joined these preseason tournaments in the first place. Willie, Mike Phillips, he impressed. Probably would have been MVP if he won the tournament. Did this interview in Japanese, if you saw that. I think he's ready for the B League. Do you think he's ready for the B League? Do you think
ready siya para sa JAV League? Don't look that up. We
We'll be your chaperone, your liaison officer in Japan if you need to move to the B League. But do you think this opportunity, tournaments like these, with scouts seeing likes of Kian playing, Mike Cortez, really is a scouting opportunity
Oo, totoo.
for or a risk for our players for these East Asian leagues who are importing Filipino players? And I'll even help UP out here. I think the reason they didn't play well is ayaw na scout. They don't want their players, they want to stay home. Like in the Philippines, I'm gonna help you out there. Diba? Ginaling na. Ayaw na scout eh. Gusto sa Pilipinas lang. You wanna stay home. Ayaw na matukso. Diba? Lead us not into temptation. That's why hanggang doon lang kami sa unranked. But really, do you think this opportunity, by joining these tournaments, has the risk of our players being scouted and being pulled out of it lucrative offers even before their playing years are over? Or you're okay with that risk since the exposure we get in terms of playing time and talent? Yeah.
Alam mo, feeling ko yung team nakinig sa atin eh. Kasi we talked about this yung kay Kevin eh. Sabi,
Yeah.
masyado mong ginalingan eh.
Uh,
Kaya ayan.
Eh, dapat Tagalog na ulit tayo dito eh. Para di na nila maintindihan.
yeah.
Tama.
We will not praise our players anymore.
To all the scouts out there, Mike Phillips plays like shit.
He can't make his free throws. He's terrible. He can't drive left. He can't drive left.
Sinira. Mike,
Pero sa mga kababayan natin, sobrang galing ni Mike.
Season. Mabait naman.
Pero going seriously, looking back, I guess we can't, sino ba naman tayo to limit yung what our players can and cannot do. So, ako, I'm all for them really showing or placing their best foot forward, kasi this is going to be their livelihood, yung itong career talaga na to. And if it helps them, get more exposure eventually after they exhaust their amateur playing career, their amateur playing years, if it helps them secure a career after, and go for it. And yan, we want nothing but the best din naman for you. Pero sana muna tapusin niyo na muna yung playing years sa amin, no? Championships muna tayo dito.
Yeah.
Pero then after that, bahala kayo, sige, labas na kayo, mag-championships kayo elsewhere. Pero I'm not one for limiting or for them to really sabotage naman yung potential future nila by not always putting their best foot forward, And ako, I'm fine with that. Okay lang naman.
Yeah.
Pero one more time, Mike plays like shit, man. Don't get it.
Pero magaling talaga siya. Pero magaling siya. Magaling siya. Yeah. Before we talk about, one more crucial topic or issue about our Woob stint, Willie, what are some of your Japanese recommendations as your favorite food over there? If you were just the team, you have an extra day there to spend. Ano yung mga nakakainin?
You're talking to the right person.
Parang alam ko na yung isa-suggest, ha?
Oo,
Promise. Promise. I can eat this 3 times a day, anytime, anywhere, when I'm there. And my favorite, and I recommend this to anyone there, get the oyakodon. For those who don't know, oyakodon is kind of like a chicken, fried or breaded chicken with that's topped off with a sunny side egg, no? And so when you're searching for food, make sure that you search for oyakodon food, okay? Because if you search for oyakodon, a certain genre might also come up, and you'll be watching something that's being eaten very differently.
Yeah. But if you want to make your own oyakodon or any Japanese food in the office or your canteen or cafeteria, make sure you make it with Blue Fire LPG. For all your commercial needs, Blue Fire LPG. For your office, cafeteria, canteen, contact them on social media, get your LPG for them today. The only blue that's right for you. if you notice, guys, is one thing I say, if you look at these Korean basketball players and you compare them with the Korean pop stars, they don't really look this. They don't really look the same. There's the expectations reality
Oh,
going on
grabe,
there,
grabe.
and I think the secret there is it's savvy skincare. If savvy skincare for younger rejuvenated skin makes the biggest difference, having you looking at your best at all times. I also like to thank Ibarra, Manila, check out on Instagram for all the support on this podcast. Okay, guys, let's talk about the hoops. So we're the defending champion, fell short this year. Uh, Korea University, congratulations to them, deserve winners. This Woobs is really a showcase of the best talent in the region, East Asia, Oceania, with Sydney University joining the fray. Vic, how important, what is the significance of international tournaments like these? Do you rank them as like Phil Oil? Is it that same kind of prestige or importance for a team as preparation or so prestige? Or do you see it a different kind of category?
Yung ano kasi unang-una, it's nice to represent your country in these kinds of tournament. Hindi mo lang hindi mo lang dinadala yung name ng school mo, but you also carry the flag for these kinds of tournaments, so, di ba? Tapos you get to see a different kind of basketball style na maybe you can try to pick up pieces here and there, not just offensively but also on defensively. Maybe even warm-ups. Hindi mo alam, di ba? I mean, pwede kang makakita na, uy, okay to. Bakit pa nila ginagawa tong warm-up na to, for example? Yan yung mga bagay that you can pick up, no? If you play overseas. Actually, madami kang makikita na pwede mong subukan pagbalik sa Pilipinas. But I think more importantly is to gauge where you are. So far at this point na 1 month to go na lang, asa na ba ako? How do I see my chances in the upcoming season? Ano ba yung mga kailangan ko improve? Ano pa yung mga kailangan kong ayusin? Ano pa yung mga pwede kong subukan? What went well? What went wrong? Di ba? Mga ganong klaseng post-mortem stuff that you definitely the team will do pagka balik nila dito sa ano Manila for sure, given the time na meron na lang tayo bago mag UAT. So yun, dami kang mapipick up, and I think last na siguro, it's nice na if you go overseas you join these pocket tournaments rather than tune-ups, kasi medyo iba din yung intensity ng level ng
Tournament, yung
laro if you
competitive
join.
atmosphere.
Yes,
Yeah.
iba siya. So talagang may iba ang step, iba yung rhythm, basta iba lahat. So it's nice to have this kind of in-game simulations kumbaga. So mas makakatulong talaga siya than doing tune-up games siguro.
Yeah, and there's a crowd, there's pressure, so that really adds up in terms of your UAP contribution and your preparation of the UAP. How about you, Brian? What's the importance of these national tournaments, or is it something you should brush aside? We shouldn't be too bothered about it.
Um, Paano ba? I would say it's still important to you have to take it into a situation na winning is of course a good habit to develop in preseason. But at the same time, you polish whatever is lacking, and dapat alam na ng team na marami pang facets of their game that they have to take to the next level, because even in some of our wins here, yung isa sa NCCU, I'd like to say that ano din tayo nun eh, we almost let them back completely in that game. So even if we got away with that, diba, dapat may reflection yung team doon na, okay, maybe we should have defended our lead better, because that's also one thing that I think our fans are not too happy about, aside from free throws. So that's yan yung mga moments to learn. And at the same time, like what Vic said, you take a lot from your opponents, the way they play, the way they prepare, the way they approach things. And for me, though, the whole experience has been positive. Medyo nag-exceed pa nga sila sa expectations ko kasi sabi ko, akala ko sa third place game tayo magkikita ng UP eh. Yeah, all things considered. Kasi we also have a different looking team entering this preseason, itong Whoops tournament. So defending it wasn't a guarantee. Kevin Kemba was lost, but also some other guys like Sina Gunane, Sina David, sina Raven, CJ, di ba? So, I mean, CJ, I think pala didn't play that much na no hoops kasi I think he was injured. But yeah, you can see that marami pang make-up tong team na kailangan pa nila improve. Yes, the talent is there. People will say na Jacob, Kian, Mason,
Yeah.
Luis, they're all good talents. Pero yun, it's at the end of the day, it's about learning to play with each other and learning to play under the system. Kasi we all know what they can do in wearing different uniforms. So I think now they have to respond to the LaSalle call. Kasi at the end of the day, that's where they will be judged by the LaSalle fans and maybe by even the non-LaSalle fans who just want to assess how they're doing.
Yeah. And I think it's also the last chance for the coaches, one of the last, probably second last tournament if we join the Kadayawan Festival in Davao. But could be one of the last tournaments before the UAP starts. So even the coaches, they'll be finalizing those roster spots based on these tournaments. It'll be like the final auditions, final tryouts. Vic, interesting on that earlier. So I think a sign of things to come. We played a shorter big man rotation with Pablo, Mike, Mason. We didn't see so much of Bright earlier. So that's something come UAP time will come telling. But he did play in the finals, but he wasn't part of the regular rotation. Unless needed by Coach Topex for
Ah,
certain adjustments. Yeah.
hindi ko alam kung hindi ko rin alam kung meron bang injury si Bright eh. So, but I do think na, I think si Bright is still part of the rotation pa rin. Kasi at least, I think kanina kasi we had to do it kasi nga we feel like we're getting out rebounded then by the Koreans, no? So I think we tried to make it na pagsabay-sabayan si Pabs, si Mason and si Mike. Pero ayun nga, tingin ko may playing time pa rin naman si Bright the UAAP kasi depende pa rin naman sa matchups mo yan eh. Kung sino yung kalaban natin. And I do think Bright can still contribute.
Then okay, Willie, final question for you. So we've had our preseason tournament, we had our provincial tournaments, we had the Phil Oil. Now we had Phil Oil fell short in the semis. Now we fell short in the finals against in the Woobs. Going to look in the UAP, which starts in September. What is your gauge of the team so far? Are you growing in confidence? You think we're ready? What's your assessment so far of the team with a month to go before the UAP?
I think the team is like, ano ba? Seriously, ano yun? I think the team is around 70 to 80% there, I think. So, when everything clicks, it clicks. Pero what I'd like to see is when everything starts going to shit, and how will they respond? Like, case in point, earlier. Case in point also, yung last game natin against UP sa Philoil na tournament. So it's like, I would like to see the team push through adversity, knowing that ano yun, they had a bad start. Things are going well. How do they respond? Yun yung gusto kong makita. Kasi like last year, when things weren't going well, we always had KQ
Yeah,
to
bail us
bail
out.
us out.
Yeah.
Yun eh. Eh ngayon, Kevin isn't here. David isn't here. Some of our go-to guys last year, they aren't here anymore. So, it's like, yun nga, we were talking about it earlier sa group chat natin. Kevin isn't there. We don't technically need someone to dominate or really ano yun, na to take over, but we need, yun yung maganda yun na pag-usapan natin. We don't need someone to take over and be dominant. We need a leader to really show the way forward that lifts everyone up, no, sa team. That's what I would like to see with yung itong current makeup of the team natin. And also, other than that, I'd like to see siguro a bit more a bit more maturity then in terms of yung playing and yun nga, improvement din sa mga residency boys natin. Kasi same na when they click, talagang they can take over a
Yeah.
game. Pero when they don't click, medyo nagiging liability na rin eh. It's like ano yun, na I think parang masyado tayong na-anchor on them, on offense. So when everything goes to shit, who's the next man up or who are the next men up? No,
Yeah.
if Jacob, Kian, and Mason don't find their shots or they don't
Yeah.
have their groove.
And
Yun
Brian
for me.
pointed out, Brian pointed in the last episode that I think it's crucial. That's when it's crucial for the holdovers to step up when they aren't firing on cylinders. Those team residency. When these guys aren't firing on cylinders, for the Abadans, for the Golienas, the Voice Marasigans, if they can step up when those guys are struggling, we'll be in a good shape come season time. All right, we have a month to go till the season. If everything goes according to plan, not sure what UST has up their sleeves hosting this year, but we'll continue to cover the team. There's the preseason preview. Maybe we haven't heard the official start date, right, Vic, for the opening ceremonies? Not sometime September,
As
probably,
far as
right?
I know, wala pa. As far as I know, wala. Ito wala pa akong balita.
Okay, so we'll watch out for that, and but do continue to tune into the Quiver podcast as we preview the home stretch before the UAP season. Enjoy your time with your families while you still can, guys. So, wala na kayong weekends.
When it starts, yes.
When it starts, it never ends. That's how it goes.
Yes.
So,
Correct.
so,
Mag-ingat kayo pag pupunta kayo ng Cavite So that time again.
all right, guys. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the Quiver on YouTube and Spotify. Catch us the latest LaSalle content here as we preview the final weeks before the UAP season, latest development of the team. For both the men's and we're covering the women's side too as they in their home stretch of preparations for come UAP time. So thanks everyone for listening to the Quiver podcast. Let us know your thoughts and comments. What do you feel about our Rube stint? Was it successful for you guys? What do you guys want to see for the team? What do we have to improve on? Let us know in the comments. We'll discuss them on the show. On behalf of Vic, Willie, Brian, who fell off. Unranked na rin si Brian. Hindi na wala siya dito. As we always say, Animal Asal.
Animal Asal.
Animal Asal.